what's up you guys? So today I'm doing a freshman advice video, and this is going to be the first of 3 freshman advice video because I know last year as I was going into my freshman year, this was all I wanted to watch. I'm really excited. You guys should be too. Here's how it's gonna go. The first freshman advice video is going to be preparation and first days type of stuff. So worries you might have, things like that. The second part is going to be all about schoolwork. And the third part is going to be all about relationships, friendships, social life. So I think it needs to be broken down like that, or I'll have a half an hour video. Also, any questions that you have, leave in the comments below because I like to interact and I just would love to answer them for you if there's any answers I can give you. So I just want to get straight in. I have a little notebook here. That's what I'm looking at. I wrote down some ideas on here to structure my talk. I can only give you advice off of my experience at my school. I obviously don't know your school. I try to keep this video very basic so that it applies to everyone. First, we can talk about what you're going to need for your freshman year. When it comes to school supplies, I highly advise you not to buy school supplies until you've already been to school for a day. If you go out and buy all these notebooks, these folders, these binders, all these highlighters and all this stuff, it's going to be a huge waste of money and time. Yeah, they might look cute, but at the same time, if you're not going to be using them, there's no point in buying them. And you're not going to need stuff the first day. You'll need a pen. Bring a pen to school, you'll be good. Bring a pen and a book bag. You might get assigned some books, whatever it may be. Go through your classes. They'll tell you what you need, or they'll give you what you need. So then you can decide what you're going to buy. Maybe go out the next day or after the first week of school. You're not going to need much those first few days of school. And what you do need, you probably already have. So just figure out what you need after the fact rather than before school starts. And when it comes to clothing, just high school in general is going to be a big difference for clothing. First, I just advise you not to be so judgmental. If you see someone in sweats, there's a good reason. I might stay up until 3 in the morning studying for a test. I might sleep in a little bit. I might have to throw my hair into a ponytail and it's a little bit greasy. I might have to throw some sweats on and a hoodie and flip-flops, and that's what I go to school like. But guess what? I'll be happy the next day and I'll be looking like $1 million because I passed the test. So you just gotta learn to be less judgmental. Buy lots of yoga pants, sweatpants, get a good pair of flip-flops, hoodies, or your friend. That's what high school is. A lot of people just bum it out the whole way through. For a few freshmen, you're probably gonna go in for an orientation before the first day where you can get shown around the school one more time and you can just get affiliated with some things. Some schools might let you go into your locker, meet your homeroom teacher. My school doesn't. You just get a tour and then the freshmen from last year just give you some advice. So that tour, all I would recommend for you is to find one thing that's going to help you get around the school. One thing. So for me, that thing was, our school is numbered. If it's a 100 class, it's on the bottom floor. If it's a 200 class, it's on the second floor. If it's 300 class, it's on the third floor. I don't know if your school is numbered like that, but that helped me because I knew where every single one of my classes were when it came to that because of how my school is structured. You can see, if you're on the right floor, you can see where your class is by number. So that helped me a lot. Find something like that to help you. That's really it for orientation. One thing is though, do not be disrespectful because you're probably gonna have either sophomores showing you around, seniors, maybe teachers, but it's usually going to be some type of student showing you around, and that is a first impression. And if you can get one thing out of this entire video, it's that first impressions are everything. If students think you're disrespectful, they're going to treat you like crap because it's not funny, it's not entertaining, it's purely disrespectful, and it's very annoying. So when you're at orientation, be respectful and get your best feel of the school. Try to see where everything is. If you already have your schedule, that'd be a good thing. Moving on to the first day of school, it'll be a good thing for you to text some of your friends, meet up with your friends, walk in together, because I know you're going to be nervous because it's your freshman year and you're going to a new building. Don't be nervous. You have nothing to worry about, but it'd be a nice thing to walk in with your friends. There are 3 things you need to remember on your first day. You need to be confident in the fact that you're gonna be fine, because there's nothing to worry about. You're gonna be there for like the next 4 years of your life. You're fine. You need not to worry, because there's no point in worrying. Nothing bad's gonna happen. And you need to be polite, because first impressions are everything. Even if you don't like someone, if you're polite to them, you're gonna have a good enough relationship that you're not at each other's throats. And why be mean to someone? One tip I do have is get your summer reading done. Do not be that person that comes into English class and has not read their summer reading, because that's your first time meeting your English teacher that's going to determine the rest of your year, your relationship with them. So if they think you're not going to do any work, that's just their first impression of you, and that's what it's going to be like. After your first day, you go through your classes, you don't really feel one of them, you don't think you want to be in that class. Go to your guidance counselor that day. Usually the first week you don't have to have any type of parent call or anything. You can just change your classes yourself. Go to your guidance counselor, get your classes changed, get it changed. Do not rely on friends. If you don't have friends in that class but you would love the class, stay in the class. If you have friends in the class but you really don't like the class, get out of the class. You need to learn in high school that you need to tailor it to what you want, not what your friends want, not what your parents want. You need to be picking classes to further what you want, where you want to go in life, what you're going to do after high school. Just, you need to get there. So don't worry about other people. Next up is upperclassmen. I'm going to talk about this a lot more in my relationships video, but when it comes to your first day, try not to get in their way. Don't be disrespectful, because you're going to learn to love them. Don't be disrespectful, because they will learn to hate you and they will make your life not good. Okay? And just stay out of their way. If they have a table that they've sat at for the past 3 years, you're not gonna sit at their table. It's just, that's wrong. It's stupid. Find a new one. They know the school a lot better than you. They know the teachers a lot better than you. When it comes to them showing you to a class, maybe not the best thing to do is to take their advice. I don't know if you want to take that chance. There will be teachers everywhere. Just ask the teacher where it's at. It's not embarrassing. They're literally out there for that reason. So just go, ask a teacher, find out where you're at, and go to the class, because it's not the best thing to be late. Not that your teachers are going to care your first day, but you don't want to be that person to walk in. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. Trust me. Maybe find one good friend that you already know, like an older brother or sister that you know is going to tell you the truth and that you trust. Have them help you around the school. When it comes to freshman purge, if you don't know what freshman purge is, it's upperclassmen preying on the freshmen for a week. They probably call it something different at your school. At my school, they usually call it freshman purge, and it was a big thing last year. Here's what I have to tell you. If you're a girl, do not worry about it. You are not going to get touched. I promise you that. You will not get touched. The only guys that the upperclassmen pick on, okay, is this scenario. If you're a freshman and you're a guy and you have a lot of friends that are seniors or juniors or sophomores, whatever it may be, they're going to pick on you. But they're only picking on their friends. And that's what they would do whether you're a freshman or not. So yes, they're going to call you freshies and stuff like that. But it's hilarious, and you'll get your turn at that also. Obviously, there's some stupid people in the world that are going to be rude and be jerks to the less able. And if you see that happening and that person is not in a happy situation and they want to go to someone, I would tell on them. That's a good thing, but don't do it. If you see someone getting a freshman purged, I wouldn't just run and tell, because the chances are they are not really too angry about it themselves. It's nothing. And the people that are preying on you most are going to be the sophomores, because that was them last year. And then next year you'll get to do the same thing to your freshman class. And it's fine. Anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if it helped you any. Tell me what day you go back to school in the comments below. Tell me if you're excited if you're a freshman. Tell me if you hate it if you're a sophomore. Tell me what you want. Treat me some video responses. I'd really like to enjoy some other thoughts from other people. And and bye.
Googles is my dog. She's crying all the time. I once had a girl who said she was mine, and I don't disagree with any